"What's that?" said Crinklebird. "That over there, on the mantelpiece." And Bubble Monster had a look. I don't know. It's kind of unusual, isn't it? As they looked, there was this kind of... When you look into the inside of a shell, you know those really shiny shells that you see, and it has all of those different kind of bluey and purpley colours. Well, it was like that, but it was swirling above this fireplace. It didn't look like it was an object, almost like a mist. Bubble Monster walked over. "What is that?" "I don't know," said Crinklebird. Crinklebird held the back of Bubble Monster's leg. Just behind, she was a little bit scared. She'd never seen anything like it before. Bubble Monster went over. He went to touch it. Shoo! And they were gone, both of them, in a second. No longer in Bubble Monster Castle. They'd been transported to a very unusual place. As they looked around, they were inside a building, but the building was swirly, almost like two snakes swirling upwards, round and round, all the way around them. But it was all made out of stone. "What is this place?" said Crinklebird. "I don't know. It's really unusual. And that mist's gone. I guess we're stuck here. We're going to have to find out where we are." It was quite dim in the room, but they did see a light in the distance. The floor was checkered. It was made out of marble. It was quite beautiful. The whole place was very ornate. They started walking towards the light. As they got there, they realized it was a small bin full of fire. There was nobody around, just an arrow pointing into the distance. They followed the arrow, and soon they were in front of a large archway, and in the middle of the archway there was a creature neither of them had seen before. What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. This is the place of nowhere. You shouldn't be in the place of nowhere. This is for nowhere people. Not like you," said the creature. The creature had long, sharp teeth and big, beady eyes and a very pointy nose and 4 arms and 4 legs. It was purple with pink dots all over it. "What are you? I've never seen anything like you before." "I'm a nowhere person, from nowhere land. You shouldn't be asking me questions, and you shouldn't be here. I'm going to take you to my master." "Please do," said Bubble Monster. The creature seemed confused. He was thinking that they would put up a fight, but Bubble Monster just went ahead with what he was suggesting. The monster went behind them with a big sphere and started poking them and moving them forward. Bubble Monster turned round and said, "You know you don't have to poke us in the direction you want us to go. Just tell us and we'll walk." The monster seemed I didn't think this was very good as they started walking down a long corridor. It wasn't long they were in a big hallway full of these monster creatures, and on the middle of the room there was what looked like a king with 4 arms and 4 legs. An unusual looking king, but a king nonetheless, with a crown on his head and a throne. They were pointed in the direction of the king, and they walked forward. "Hello there, I'm Bubble Monster. I want to know where I am. I don't even know how we got here. This is a very unusual place." "Yes, You're a very unusual creature. Nobody addresses me like that. Where are you from? I'm from Bubble Monster Land, said Bubble Monster. Bubble Monster Land? I've never heard of it. This is the place of nowhere. You're in Nowhere Place. And guess what we do with outsiders in Nowhere Place? We send them to the unknown. Bubble Monster didn't like the sound of that. What do you mean, send us to the unknown? Well, there's a big hole, and we chuck you down it, basically. Nobody's ever come back. Bubble Monster didn't like it. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline your request, as he whipped out his disappearing cloak and covered him and Crinklebutt. Where did they go? They've gone to nowhere. Bubble Monster ran away. They were all searching for him all around. He ran and ran until he met a big hole. A giant hole, Bubble Monster. This is what they were talking about. This is scary. Sometimes, said Bubble Monster, you've got to jump into the dark places to bring light to them. Are you ready? Said Bubble Monster. I'm ready, said Crinklebutt. And they jumped. They jumped into the darkness. They let go. And they fell, and they fell, and they fell, and they fell, and they just kept falling. There's nothing here, said Bubble Monster. That's right, said Crinklebutt. We're just falling into nothingness. This is strange, said Bubble Monster. But the strange thing that was happening, Bubble Monster felt lighter. He realized there was nothing to fear. Nothing at all. And the more he sat in the darkness, the more he realized that it was just more of everything that there was. There wasn't anything to be afraid of at all. They fell and fell until Bubble Monster looked down and saw that swirly, shelly colour. Look, reach out, touch it, said Crinklebutt. Bubble Monster touched it, and they were transported back to Bubble Monster Castle. Sitting in their armchairs, they sat just staring at each other, like something very special and unusual had just happened to them. Bubble Monster, said Crinklebutt, I don't feel afraid any more. Neither do I, said Bubble Monster. Strange, isn't it? Bubble Monster smiled and reached over for a slice of cake. A cup of cake and a slice of tea. And they ate it, just looking peacefully at one another. The end.